no one's watching it. It is sad to see that we have become so reliant upon technology that we do not realize how much we've crippled ourselves. So, how have we crippled ourselves? We've relied on the government. We've relied on basically the enemy to supply us with food, to supply us with medication, to supply us with um, products. And someone older said, back in the day, um, you would never have even thought about us being so reliant upon China. Not even for a million years. And what really breaks it down for a lot of us is how can you how is this so neat that, oh, we don't like you on a political side, but on a goods and services side, you guys are pretty outstanding. So let's get in there. Let's see what you can do. And I don't agree with that. Excuse me, I still gotta fix this video thing. This says this outscaled resolution. It is not letting me fix my resolution for any no reason whatsoever. I think I know what I gotta go. But so, what do we do now? Look at what it's gotten us. Look at how it's engaged us. Look at everything that's going on with us as a country, where we are truly saying that, hey, it's okay that we're sick. Hey, it's okay that this is what's going on in your life. We don't care. That's what it is. And so we're going to just keep doing what we're doing. And now people, and I do mean people, are scared shitless. And indeed you should be. Anyone in their right mind would be. And if we don't sit there and figure out where we went wrong, and soon, this is going to be an ongoing and reoccurring situation. Now, you don't have to agree with me on that. You can sit there and just think about it and put it to test. Think about everything we've been through. Think about all the things we've been to. Oh, I see what it's saying. So it's not letting me do it. Got you. Got you. So I need to know, guys, if you can see this, if you want to comment, how is the video resolution? Because I can't see a damn thing from where I'm at. And I'm trying to use this new software and going live on YouTube for the first time. Just trying to figure it out. So even for me, is a learning curve. And I'm just trying to see, because it said it's not optimal. It keeps giving me a warning about my stream. So I really can't change anything on my end unless I stop the video. Now, what we need to realize is that during World War II, and I'm comparing this to World War II because of the War Powers Act being put into effect. Hold on one second, my allergies are horrible. No, I don't have a Rona. The War Powers Act basically gives the United States government the legal authority to force a company to make goods and services for the strategic need of the country. I don't know, a lot of you don't know this, but during World War II, that's how Detroit became such a powerhouse besides automotive production. They were ordered to build tanks, planes, trains, anything that the U.S. needed for that is what they used. And a lot of times, what what happens is one day, and this has only been I think once or twice in the entire history of this country that we've had to enact it. Now we're in 2020. President Trump is saying, "Hey, we're going to use the War Powers Act to help get respirators, ventilators, all these things out that we need." Because if you know the coronavirus, a convict 19, because it keeps you locked down, it attacks the respiratory nasal passages in and down, and which basically is another version or form of SARS once you start doing deeper and deeper research into it. Now, with the War Powers Act, what we need to understand is that, to be blunt, shit just got real. And it got real because we had our pants down and we became too reliant upon other countries, corporations, and our government for survival. And I am not, and let me say this, I am not of, how can I say this? I don't support everything President Trump does, but I don't dislike a lot of things that he does either. Because there is this big disconnect where liking a politician and understanding a politician and agreeing with a politician and getting caught in party lines or between red, blue, and independent, whatever the hell you want to go with. So once we sit there and we really grasp the idea that he has said several times, we have become too dependent upon foreign companies or foreign countries to produce goods and services for the U.S. people. You can't argue with that. You cannot. Ask people in North Carolina, ask people in Virginia about the textile industry that got farmed out to all the way down to South America, or over to China, just out of the country. Jobs gone like a fart in the wind. So now, what are you going to do? How are you going to operate, and what do you need to change? Well, one, I forgot what textile company in Carolina just put out a thing that they are ramping up. They'll have 1,000. They're changing everything to get out like 1,000 a week respirators, not the ventilators and respirators. Elon Musk still here saying the same thing. Hey, we're going to crank out respirators. This is when America needs to take the time. America and Americans need to take the time to really embrace the idea of how are we going to go forward and not let this shit happen again. How? The other thing during World War II I wanted to reference was victory gardens. You can't shop. You can't go out. You can't do anything that you need to do that you're normally used to doing because guess what? We're on lockdown. We're on quarantine. And I know people like, oh, it's a conspiracy. Well, it may be a conspiracy, but until that convict hits you in your ass, ain't gonna be no conspiracy then. You could be 1,000 on it. You be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I kept my ass at home so I'm not coughing up a lung. And the millennials, I hear the statistics about them want to be, and they don't get it. You know why? Because you and me, as parents, were not allowed to instill the fear of God in them. And they believe that, oh, the world is a friendly place. And nothing ever happens bad to us because we're young and we're, woo. No, that's horseshit. We have created a society of kids that are lazy, unrealistic, and do not understand how bad shit can really get in a short amount of time. You have to really grasp the idea in your head that, sorry, talking to one of my producers. There we go. These kids are ill. They're not prepared. We aren't prepared because we have gotten away from our base. We have gotten away from everything that we know that keeps America great. Producing American products, keeping Americans in jobs, helping ourselves strategically and internationally. And a lot of people don't even understand what that means. And I'm not going to even go down that road today. But what I'm saying in this 15 to 20 minute video that we have to change how we operate. The point of bringing up the backtrack, the point of bringing up victory gardens, excuse me again, is to bring home the fact that any small garden, if planted properly, even in buckets, containers, whatever, can produce enough food to help reduce your reliance upon foreign grown produce. And I know what you're thinking. Ryan, what the hell do you mean foreign grown produce? And I keep going back to this reference because it's wild as hell to me. When I was married, my wife at the time, loved tropical smoothie. Loved it. This is nothing against tropical smoothie, by the way. You guys are delicious. But there was a hepatitis outbreak because there were tainted strawberries imported from Egypt being used. And people had to get treated for hepatitis because of this tainted strawberries. Now, I understand what you're saying. Hold on, before you go there. That could happen anywhere. This is true. Howsoever, why the hell and how the hell do you think strawberries being imported all the way from Egypt are freaking healthy? I'm going to sip on this cup, like this cup. Call us, get one. You see, a lot of times we fully don't understand where our food is coming from because we don't give a shit. We're too caught up in Real Housewives of Atlanta, um, flip this house, slam that dog, whatever fake reality show is going on right now to keep the masses unaware of the situations. A lot of people don't even know that Smithfield, here in good old Virginia, Smithfield Hams is owned by a Chinese company. A Chinese conglomerate owns Smithfield. They're controlling your bacon, son. Your bacon. And for my Muslim brothers, they probably like, shit, good for you. But for those who don't mind, or their religious preferences does not prohibit them from eating bacon, that's a major problem. One, because you've put a large plant like that in the hands of someone who does not live here and is not vested in our well-being. My father loved Volvos, and I would jump off track a little bit. He loved Volvo, God rest his soul, and Volvo's great. We still own his 92 940 that has 436,000 miles on the same motor, same transmission. He shit a goose egg when I told him a Chinese company bought Volvo. Own that one. Can you imagine being in that country where Volvo was made for so many things? Sweden? Yeah, Sweden. And all of a sudden, what you have learned to love near and dear is now owned by somebody across the world who has no vested interest in you. This reckoning that is happening, this enema of the stock market, of the way we live, needs to happen. I just wish it wasn't happening in this way. And we need a wake-up call about self-sustainability. Sometimes, and you can look at how Italy started handling this, backing the up and saying, hey, we're done, is not a problem. And I really want you to understand how this looks from the immigration side. You don't know who's bringing what into your country. You don't know how they're bringing. You don't know if they're a weapon. You don't know anything. So, to tell a country, you need to let these people into your borders is a disaster waiting to happen. You think I'm playing? Do the research. This is why people are screened. This is why you're given shots and inoculated and all these other things before you come into a country, so that you don't bring foreign entities and dangerous diseases with your ass. I mean, what's wrong with you goofy sons that you don't understand that this is not the way the world works? There are still things in place and things that happen because guess what? We are not God. And for those of you who want to take those chances with the stability of this nation, the stability of our health system, the stability of our financial system, take your ass to the third world country. Hell, go across the border into Mexico. Let me know how that worked for you. You ain't coming across that jank light. They ain't letting you gringos in there just because you want to be here. It ain't happening. So if the country that people are trying to get away from has strict immigration laws, why the hell shouldn't we? There have been numerous reports of Al-Qaeda and other organizations trying to get people and train people, especially MS-13. You got to look all this stuff up. It's great. sending them across the border, either as a weapon or to eventually be a weapon. When y'all go wake up? Freedom ain't free. And until we decide to sit there and do something about it, this is going to get worse. You know, they're writing, they're running the models, they're watching where people are getting sick, and they're looking at these curves, and they're going, okay, predictability. How can we curb it? Keep your funky ass at home. Wash your hands. You know, don't cough on people. And these things, my friends, have been staples in society that we have gotten away from because we're disrespectful and unaware. I have seen grown ass people allow their kids to stick their hands in buffets and grab food, and I have asked for the check and left. I have seen people walking through the store coughing like they're going to die, and no one say a word. It's because home training has been taken away, and now people are sitting here doing whatever they want to do, and they think I should be able to just spit, cough, and hawk on you like it's my God-given right. Well, now with the COVID-19 on your ass, convict-19 on your ass, don't be surprised if you start getting punched in the face and sprayed down with Lysol. You gonna be that disrespectful? These are things that should not have even need to be talked about, but we have to sit there and look at the reality. We don't have to go back to isolation. No, not pre World War II, but we do need to conserve and be more conservative with who we allow it to control our country, both inside and out. Every Congress member that dropped that stock before, during, or before the outbreak, they need to be fined and removed from their office immediately. Insider trading, I don't give a shit what you say. I don't care if we got a broker coming and the broker suggested this. You know how suspect that look? You know how you single-handedly destroyed the stock market because you jackasses had a little bit of more knowledge than the rest? And I'm not saying that knowledge is a power. But what I am saying is that because of your position in this country, you hold a lot of sway. And you probably own way more stock than what you should, being a congressman and a senator in companies that have probably written laws that you've put forth on the books and represented like you wrote it your damn self. You're selling out bastards. Well, it's only going to be 15 minutes now. We're at 20. So, hey, sorry about the way the video broke up. If you like it, love it, share it. I don't know how this is going to go because this is my first live, but on YouTube. But hey, guys, thanks for tuning in.